Normally in the scriptures, we have John speaking about Jesus, for he is the great forerunner, the one announcing the way and preparing the way. But today we have Jesus speaking about John. And I think still John represents something of who we are and who we are called to be. First, in our acknowledgement that we are not the Savior, we cannot save ourselves. But that second, that we always spend our time looking for the Lord, preparing a way for the Lord in our own lives. And so it's just an interesting moment here that Jesus, we get this little bit of a reversal of Jesus pointing toward John, but really as a way to point back toward himself and lead people to grace and to salvation. So we are simply reminded today of our own place. And it's a fitting way for us on our day of reconciliation, which will have a delayed start. We'll begin at 12 noon for the sacrament of reconciliation, but a way for us to set ourselves up in recognizing that we are in need of a Savior, that we ourselves are not the Savior. And it begins with acknowledging our faults, our imperfections, our sin. And the prophet Isaiah preaching this time of healing, of restoration, and inviting us to trust that God is merciful, that God is faithful, and God is just. Yesterday, the prophecy of Isaiah spoke of the way in which grace permeates. We heard that beautiful, let the heavens rain down the just one. And we hear that evoked, and drop down dew, O heavens, that God's, the gift of holiness, the gift of grace, descends upon us like the dewfall, today more like a sheet of ice. But it's a reminder of the lavishness of mercy. And all we need to do is prepare the way by opening our hearts, acknowledging that we ourselves are not the Savior, that we are not our own Lord, but that we are the ones who prepare a way for the Lord to be our Savior, to enter into our hearts. So let us be open to those gifts bestowed so graciously, so abundantly upon us.